On your feet. In Attack on Titan, the on your feet moment is one of the most disturbing plot twists in modern fiction because it completely reverses how the story understands fate, free will, and responsibility. Up until this point, the series appears to be about a boy named Eren Yeager reacting to a cruel world. Humanity lives behind walls to survive giant creatures called Titans, and Eren's motivation is simple. The Titans killed his mother, so he wants freedom and revenge. Eren's father, Grisha Yeager, is portrayed as a mysterious man whose past actions set the story in motion. One of those actions is the murder of the Rice family, an event that allows Eren to gain his Titan powers. For years, viewers believe Grisha committed this massacre on his own, driven by ideology or desperation. The twist occurs when Eren, through the unique power of the Attack Titan, gains access to memories not only from the past, but from the future. In a shocking reveal, Eren witnesses the moment his father hesitates before killing the Rice family. Grisha breaks down, unable to go through with it. Then Eren appears through shared memories and commands him, "On your feet." In that moment, everything changes. Eren isn't a victim of destiny. He is the one enforcing it. He emotionally manipulates his father, reminding him of his dead wife and the future that awaits. Grisha kills the family not because he wants to, but because his own son forces him to. The future controls the past. The impact on the story is massive. Eren is no longer a tragic hero shaped by events. He becomes the architect of the suffering he once blamed the world for. For viewers, this scene shattered sympathy and sparked endless debate. Was Eren ever free, or did he choose to become the villain? Shutter Island. In Shutter Island, the plot twist completely redefines the story you thought you were watching. The film follows U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, who arrives at a remote island asylum for the criminally insane to investigate the disappearance of a patient. From the start, the island feels hostile and wrong. The staff acts suspicious, the patients speak in riddles, and Teddy is plagued by violent headaches, disturbing dreams of his dead wife, and haunting memories of World War II. As Teddy investigates, he becomes convinced the asylum is hiding a massive conspiracy. He believes secret psychological experiments are being performed on patients and that he himself is being manipulated for knowing too much. Storms cut off escape, clues appear everywhere, and Teddy grows more paranoid, reinforcing the idea that he's the only sane man trapped among liars. The twist reveals the opposite. Teddy Daniels is not a marshal at all. His real name is Andrew Laetis, and he is a patient at the asylum. The entire investigation is a carefully constructed roleplay created by doctors as a last attempt to help him confront reality. Andrew murdered his wife after she drowned their children during a severe mental breakdown. Unable to survive the guilt, he invented the identity of Teddy to escape the truth. The impact on the story is devastating. Every strange moment suddenly makes sense. What seemed like a thriller becomes a tragedy about grief and denial. For viewers, the twist forces reflection. The final question, whether it's better to live with unbearable truth or die believing a comforting lie, making Shutter Island unforgettable. Professor Snape. In Harry Potter, the Professor Snape plot twist is one of the most emotionally devastating reveals in the entire series because it completely reframes a character audiences were taught to hate. For most of the story, Severus Snape appears cruel, bitter, and openly hostile toward Harry. He humiliates students, favors certain houses, and seems suspiciously close to the main villain, Voldemort. Both Harry and the audience are led to believe Snape is either a villain or, at best, a morally empty man acting only out of selfish survival. The truth is revealed near the end of the story, after Snape's death, when Harry views Snape's memories. These memories show Snape as a lonely, damaged child who fell in love with Lily Evans, Harry's mother. When Lily is killed by Voldemort, Snape's life effectively ends with her. Consumed by guilt for helping Voldemort rise to power, Snape dedicates the rest of his life to protecting Lily's son, even though Harry reminds him of everything he hates about James Potter. The twist reveals that Snape was never loyal to Voldemort. He was a double agent for years, enduring hatred, isolation, and suspicion to secretly serve Dumbledore's plan. He protects Harry from the shadows, knowing he will never be thanked or understood. Even his coldness toward Harry stems from unresolved grief and self-loathing, not cruelty. The impact on the story is profound. Snape transforms from antagonist to tragic hero. For viewers and readers, the reveal forces a re-evaluation of every scene involving him. It challenges the idea of goodness being visible or rewarded, and it leaves audiences questioning whether love, regret, and sacrifice can redeem a deeply flawed person. Snape's twist lingers because it proves that some heroes die hated, misunderstood, and alone, yet still choose to do what's right. Planet of the Apes, 1968. In Planet of the Apes, the Statue of Liberty twist is one of the most iconic reveals in all of fiction because it completely destroys the reality the audience thought they understood. The film follows astronaut George Taylor, who crash lands on what appears to be a distant alien planet after a space mission goes wrong. On this world, intelligent apes rule society, while humans are mute, primitive, and hunted like animals. Taylor believes he has landed on a future civilization somewhere far from Earth where humanity never evolved. As the story unfolds, Taylor is captured by apes and put on trial. He clashes with their rigid religious beliefs, especially their insistence that humans have always been inferior. Throughout the film, Taylor argues that mankind must have come from somewhere else, refusing to accept that this planet is humanity's natural end. The apes suppress evidence of a past human civilization, reinforcing the idea that this world has nothing to do with Earth. The devastating twist occurs at the very end. After escaping captivity, Taylor rides along the shoreline and discovers the half-buried remains of the Statue of Liberty. In that moment, the truth becomes undeniable. This was never an alien planet. It is Earth. Centuries after nuclear war destroyed human civilization, Taylor realizes he didn't travel through space. He traveled through time. The impact on the story is profound. The entire narrative shifts from science fiction adventure to a warning about humanity's self-destruction. For viewers, the twist was shocking and unforgettable. It recontextualized everything, turning the film into a grim reflection on war, arrogance, and the belief that humanity is immune to collapse. It confronts the audience with a terrifying idea. The end of the world may already be written by our own hands. Fight Club. In Fight Club, the plot twist doesn't just change the story. It exposes the lie the audience has been living inside. The film follows an unnamed narrator, a lonely, insomniac office worker trapped in a hollow, consumer-driven life. He feels empty, disconnected, and desperate to feel something real. His life changes when he meets Tyler Durden, a charismatic, confident man who rejects society's rules and preaches freedom through chaos. Together, they create Fight Club, an underground space where men brutalize each other to feel alive again. As Fight Club grows, it transforms into Project Mayhem, a violent movement designed to tear down modern society. The narrator slowly becomes disturbed by Tyler's extremism and attempts to stop him, believing Tyler has gone too far. He sees himself as separate from Tyler, a reluctant follower trying to clean up someone else's mess. The twist reveals the truth. Tyler Durden isn't real. He is a split personality created by the narrator's fractured mind. Every fight, every speech, every act of violence was done by the narrator himself. Tyler represents everything the narrator repressed: rage, confidence, rebellion, unleashed without restraint. The narrator wasn't losing control of the movement. He was losing control of himself. The impact on the story is immediate and devastating. Every earlier scene replays differently. Conversations that seemed normal now reveal gaps. Fights were self-inflicted. The narrator was both leader and victim. The film stops being about rebellion and becomes a psychological tragedy about identity and self-destruction. For viewers, the twist is shocking because it implicates them. The audience believed Tyler just as blindly as the narrator did. Fight Club forces viewers to question masculinity, consumer culture, and the seductive danger of ideology, leaving viewers unsettled long after the final frame. The Sixth Sense. In The Sixth Sense, the plot twist quietly redefines everything the audience believes about the story. The film follows Dr. Malcolm Crowe, a child psychologist who is shot by a former patient in the opening scene. Months later, Malcolm dedicates himself to helping a troubled young boy named Cole, who claims he can see dead people. Malcolm believes this case is his chance at redemption after failing his past patient. Throughout the film, Malcolm works closely with Cole, listening to his fears and encouraging him to confront what he sees. At the same time, Malcolm struggles with his own personal life. His wife appears distant, never speaks to him, and seems emotionally withdrawn. The audience assumes their marriage is strained because of his obsession with work. The twist reveals the horrifying truth. Malcolm died from the gunshot wound in the opening scene. He has been dead the entire film and doesn't realize it. Cole wasn't exaggerating. Malcolm was one of the ghosts he could see. Malcolm never truly interacts with anyone except Cole, and his wife never acknowledges him because she can't see or hear him. The impact of this reveal is devastating. Every scene suddenly changes meaning. What felt like emotional distance becomes tragic finality. For viewers, The twist forces a complete reevaluation of the film, turning it from a supernatural mystery into a story about acceptance, grief, and letting go. The Sixth Sense endures because its twist doesn't shock through spectacle. It quietly settles in, leaving audiences stunned by how carefully the truth was hidden in plain sight.